Hey crafters! Thank you for being here today. We are going to be a cozy video project today because I need your help. We are going to be trying to put together an outfit that I need for an event next weekend. My cousin got married a little while ago, but she and her husband are now hosting a reception for all the family and friends that couldn't make it to their original ceremony. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, my cousin and my new cousin and her husband, they're amazing. It's just gonna be a blast. I did a little bit of thrift shopping in anticipation of this event, but I went a little overboard. The directions on the invitation say festive for the dress code. That's all I got to work with. So I went thrifting and I actually found an amazing formal outfit, vintage, super fun. I was really stoked about it. And then I realized it's way too over the top. It's too much. It's like New Year's Eve as opposed to afternoon reception party. You know, there's just two different things. So don't worry, I'm gonna save that outfit. We're gonna try to work that into a future video. I gotta find some reason to wear this outfit. In today's video, I'm gonna be taking you along on a deep dive in my closet. When in doubt, go vintage, right? Especially for a dressy event. How often do we get to bring out some of these vintage or vintage inspired pieces in our normal lives? If you're at all like me, it's pretty hard to pull them off in your 9-to-5 job life. And then in my time off, I tend to be wearing a lot of sweatshirts and stuff for, you know, sewing and staring at cameras and making YouTube videos and stuff. So I'll pull out some of my favorites, some that have not been worn in far too long. Then I'll go through the accessories, I'll find some vintage jewelry, I'll bring it all out, show you what I'm thinking of, and together we will put together the perfect outfit for this event. Come along on the adventure. Maybe this will get you inspired to pull out some of those vintagey pieces that you don't get to wear very often, or might inspire you to, you know, look for some of these pieces at your thrift stores and put together your own outfits. I'll show you some of my favorite pieces that we're going to start with, and we'll get going. So I started going through my closet, and I found this coat. Can we recognize this coat? This coat is amazing. I'm not sure if the color is going to come out just right on camera. It is red, but it's like strawberry red. Kind of a pinky, bright red, kind of midi length, 3/4 length sleeves, got these crazy cool buttons. And it's in really beautiful shape. So huge shout out to whatever lady had this originally back in the day, because wow, the style, just amazing. I thrifted this, gosh, a couple years ago. And I, just grabbed it off the rack, tried it on right then and there. I was like, oh, please, please fit. And it does fit pretty well. It's a little tight, but you know what? Who's counting? The only problem is I haven't actually worn this before, which I know that's a little sad, right? So it's high time to bring this coat out. And since this will be a winter event, I need some nice outerwear to go with whatever my outfit choice is. So let's start with this coat and then coordinate around it, if possible. Okay, so next, I'll be pulling out some stuff from my closet in the dress department, and I'll show you what I come up with. Well, it doesn't get that much more perfect than a perfect little black dress. Oh my goodness. I love this dress. I actually thrifted this when I was in college, and this is just fabulous. I'm guessing, mid to late 50s on this dress. I'm not an expert, so if any of my fashion historians out there can chime in, that'd be awesome. But it's got darts on the bodice, this super cool swoopy neckline. It does have a full skirt.
It's not as poofy as it could be for a 50s, but it does have some built-in, like a built-in petticoat, which is super cool. Looking at the stitching, I think somebody made this because it doesn't have a tag inside and there's a lot of hand stitching on it, which is super amazing. So again, huge shout out to whatever fabulous lady made this back in the day. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. It is kind of a shiny, lightweight, kind of polyester-y feeling fabric. And this is just begging to be dressed up. It hasn't been worn out for a while. It's time for this dress to shine. So next we got to talk accessories, and that's when things get a little complicated. Well, I went through the cute retro heel collection in my shoe stash, and this is what I've got. Got to admit, the cute retro heels don't come out that often, so I can't justify buying too many of them. So these are the choices. We've either got bright red, dark red, very pale pink, almost a nude color, or black. All are actually pretty good choices here. I have to say, these black shoes, I love these. These are Clark's. These strike me as more of a, like a 40s, almost 30s, 40s shoe. That's just the vibe I get from those. So I'm gonna probably pull those to the side in case I need them. I'll bring them back, but they're not quite what I was going for with the 50s-ish dress. So then we come down to these guys. Like, these guys are Clark's as well. Gosh, from forever ago. I love these. However, the open toe could be a problem because it's supposed to be raining. Possibly a lot on the day of the event, so that may not be so great. These guys are maybe not super retro, but pretty good, and they're comfy, which is great. What brand are these? I actually thrifted these forever ago. Oh, sorry, it's worn out. These guys I got, gosh, from Amazon forever ago. They are very cute, very retro, and you can tell I have some little shoe support pads in there because they're not the comfiest shoes in the world, but they were red, so, of course I had to buy them. Okay, I think the deciding factor here in the what shoe to wear question is actually going to be our accessories, so let's switch things up a little. Okay, it's necklace time. I just feel with that cool, swoopy neckline of the dress that I really want to add a necklace, probably a shorter necklace, not quite a choker, but just like maybe like collarbone length, and then really like set off that cool neckline. And I feel like the dress is black, so you've got to just go crazy with the accessories, right? Isn't that the point? Okay, so I went through my dressy necklace stash, and I realized I could definitely collect a few more necklaces. But these are some of the best choices I have so far for the shoes and the neckline. Let's see, this one's really fun. It's got these little plastic roses in here and pearls and some enamel. This guy probably wasn't particularly high quality to start with. He's missing pieces and other stuff. I think he's so cool. I've been waiting to wear this necklace. Like, it is such a ba-bam statement. I still haven't found its perfect outfit yet. I also need to look for some earrings to go with that. Oh my gosh, this one makes me feel like, I don't know, breakfast at Tiffany's or something. And I love that this is a set. This is my grandma's. She had some really great costume jewelry. Some really nice pieces that have held up really well. So definitely want to wear this one someday. These colored choices, oh my gosh, these were hers as well. This guy would just be like a simple choker. I was thinking of this to maybe go with the pink shoes, but it's really, really salmon. Okay, this red necklace has been like one of my favorites since I was a kid. I used to think it was rubies when I saw it in my grandma's jewelry box. And of course, red is my favorite color. So that's really fun. It's this cool double strand, and it's not very long. So that could be amazing. And then, of course, I had to bring out this green one. I know it doesn't go with most of the shoe choices, but look, it's so cool. It's got 3 strands. I mean, ba-bam. It's also really heavy, too, because the beads are glass, not plastic. So that's special. Okay. So these are all good choices. I have to try the dress on, and I'll tell you which one wins. After much deliberation, the winner is the ruby necklace! Yay! I'm so excited to have a chance to wear this. I don't know, this necklace was just the perfect length. It was the perfect amount of ba-bam to go with the neckline and not compete. The pink rose and then the rhinestone necklace were just a little much. The green necklace was too long. The pinky salmon one was a little too casual. I think this is it. This is it, man. Okay, that means we have some choices. We gotta choose the shoes, and we really need a belt. I have a feeling this dress would have had a belt originally, just to really zhuzh it all up. But let's go through the belt stash and see what we think, and then we'll choose some shoes. Several of these I have thrifted myself. Others were from my grandmother. Some were gifted. Thanks, Aunt Nancy. I gotta say, if you find a cool vintage or vintage-inspired belt at a thrift store, my recommendation is to buy it. Even if you're not sure what it's going to go with, because you never know. You may end up in a situation like this where you're like, what kind of belt am I going to wear? Of course, the brighter reds are going to go with the brighter red shoes. I feel like I don't have quite the perfect belt color to go with this dark red. Although I really need to. Of course, all these black ones are great. This guy's stretchy with a belt buckle. I think this is probably from the 80s. This one's like patent leather. I mean, black would be great. I feel like gold would totally work, although that's really skinny. I do love me a stretchy belt because they're comfy. I feel like with these kind of thinner guys, I would need to sew on some little belt loops to hold this in place. The thicker ones would probably stay okay by themselves. All right, I gotta try this on, put everything together. I'll show you the winners. And the stretchy red belt with the gold clasp wins. This one is super comfy. It sits nicely on the waist without having any belt loops to hold it in place, and I love the gold with the gold in this necklace. I mean, this necklace is so great. It has so many different colors of red in it. It goes with, well, basically everything I've got. Grandma, you have good taste, ma'am. That's amazing. Only problem is I didn't have earrings to go with this necklace, right? Then I found these from my other grandma. Thank you, Amma. These are perfect. It would have been really sad to not have earrings to go with this, but I think these guys are amazing. Little gold leaves. They're so shiny. They go perfect with the gold. We're bringing the gold in with the belt. You can tell I got out the coat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, of course, with the bright red belt, we got to use the bright red shoes. Then I have thrifted this tomato red bag some time ago. Hey, same rule with belts goes for vintagey bags. If you find a great vintage bag in great shape, you gotta go for it. Especially if it's actually big enough to hold a cell phone, which this one is. So that's super cool. Very excited to finally be able to wear that. Of course, I'm loving it with the coat. I think this coat finally gets to have its moment. I feel like the coat is more 60s than the dress, but you know what, that's okay. It's going to be pretty chilly that day, I believe, so I am going to bring in this lovely wool shawl. This was another item from my grandmother. I'll possibly use that as a wrap if needed. I may end up wearing some tights with this as well because it's supposed to be raining that day. But we'll see. You guys, I am so excited about this outfit. Wish me luck. I'm going to do a little bit of hair experimentation. And then I'll put this together on the day of the event and we'll show you what she looks like.